As the Buddha once wisely shared, you will not be punished for your anger, you will be punished by your anger. But how do we attain such inner tranquility in the face of life's challenges? In the realm of timeless wisdom, we explore a lesson that invites us to act as if nothing bothers us. Join us as we delve into the profound teachings of Buddhism and embark on a journey toward inner serenity. Principle 1. Listen twice as much as you speak. Our first lesson delves deep into the transformative power of listening. This isn't just about hearing words, but about truly understanding the essence behind them. Buddha once beautifully articulated this concept, saying, "To understand everything is to forgive everything." This profound statement highlights the deep connection between understanding and compassion. When we listen more and speak less, we embark on a journey of greater empathy and comprehension. It's about actively engaging with the world around us, not just passively hearing it. By doing so, we allow ourselves to truly connect with the emotions, thoughts, and experiences of others. This practice opens our hearts to the intricate tapestries of human experience, weaving a bond of understanding that transcends mere words. Moreover, listening more than we speak doesn't diminish our voice. Instead, it enhances the quality of our interactions. When we do speak, our words are more thoughtful, informed, and resonant. They come from a place of deep understanding, not just superficial acquaintance with the subject. This art of listening extends beyond personal conversations. It involves listening to the world around us, to nature, to silence, to the unspoken words of those who may not have a voice. In doing so, we develop a broader perspective of the world, a panorama of diverse viewpoints and experiences. This not only enriches our understanding, but also fosters a sense of inner peace and wisdom. By listening twice as much as we speak, we unlock a universe of understanding. We learn to perceive the unspoken, to empathize with the unheard, and to connect with the unseen. This opens doors to deeper connections, not just with others, but also with ourselves. It is through this profound listening that we begin to understand the intricacies of life, the subtleties of human emotion, and the profound truths that govern our existence. As we listen, we grow in understanding, in compassion, and in wisdom. Principle 2. Don't allow the comments and attitudes of others control your life. Imagine your life as a unique journey, like an adventurous hike through a beautiful forest. Along this path, you come across people who have their own opinions and attitudes, much like different signposts or directions in that forest. Now, Buddha, who was known for his profound wisdom, once shared this guidance. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. What does this mean? It means that your focus should be on the now, just like when you're hiking, you pay attention to the trail you're on. The lesson here is about finding your own way on your life's path, without getting lost in the thoughts and judgments of others. You see, sometimes people may have their own ideas about what you should do, or they might have comments about your choices. While it's natural to consider advice, it's equally important to remember that your journey is yours to navigate. Just like you wouldn't let someone else choose your hiking path for you, don't let others decide your life's direction. This lesson encourages you to follow your own heart and values, to stay true to who you are, and to make choices that resonate with your inner wisdom. By doing so, you remain the captain of your own life, charting a course that feels right to you, regardless of what others might say or think. It's about finding your own unique path and walking it with confidence and authenticity. Principle 3. Be ready to accept the worst. Life is like a winding river, sometimes calm and other times turbulent. The Buddha, with his profound wisdom, once shared a powerful insight. Pain is certain, Suffering is optional. What does this mean? It means that while we can't escape life's challenges and difficulties, we have the power to choose how we respond to them. Imagine life as a series of waves, each one representing a different situation or problem. Some waves are small, like minor inconveniences, while others can be towering giants, like significant setbacks or losses. Now here's the key. Accepting the worst doesn't mean expecting the worst all the time or living in constant fear. It means being prepared for those challenging moments that inevitably come our way. Think of it as having a life jacket on a boat. We hope we won't need it, but it's there just in case. When we are mentally prepared to accept the worst, we become like that life jacket for our minds. We don't let fear of the unknown or the fear of failure control us. Acceptance is like a shield that protects us from the sharp arrows of suffering. When life throws its challenges at us, as it often does, our acceptance acts as a buffer. We may feel pain, but we don't add unnecessary suffering by resisting what's happening or dwelling on what went wrong. Acceptance is not a surrender to defeat. It's a recognition of reality. It's acknowledging that just as the river has its twists and turns, life has its ups and downs. By embracing this truth, we find inner peace even in the face of adversity. So, in practical terms, being ready to accept the worst means cultivating resilience and inner strength. It means understanding that setbacks are part of the journey and they can lead to growth and wisdom. It means facing life's challenges with equanimity, knowing that you have the power to navigate the waters, no matter how rough they may become. By being ready to accept the worst, we not only find peace in adversity, but also discover our own inner strength and capacity for growth. Principle 4. Don't be afraid of failing, because it is the only way to progress. Buddha, the great spiritual teacher, once shared profound wisdom. Each morning, we are born again. What we do today is what matters most. These words remind us that each day is a fresh start, a chance to grow and learn. The lesson here is about embracing failure, not as something to fear, but as a valuable stepping stone on our journey of self-improvement. Imagine life as a series of steps, and each step represents a day in your life. Some steps may be smooth and easy, while others may have bumps and obstacles. When we encounter challenges or make mistakes, it's like stumbling on one of those steps. But here's the beautiful part. Every stumble, every fall is an opportunity to rise stronger. Think of it this way. When you're learning to walk, you don't give up the first time you fall. Instead, you get back up, take another step, and with each attempt, you become more stable and confident. In the same way, facing failure and making mistakes is how we learn and progress in life. Every mistake we make is like a teacher showing us what we need to improve. It's a lesson in wisdom and resilience. Just as a sculptor shapes a beautiful sculpture from a block of stone by chiseling away the unnecessary parts, our failures and mistakes help shape us into wiser, more capable individuals. So, don't be afraid to take risks. Try new things and accept that failure is a natural part of growth. Embrace your mistakes, for they hold the keys to your progress. Remember, it's not about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you rise, each time stronger and wiser than before. This is the path to personal growth and self-discovery, and it all starts with the courage to face failure head-on. Principle 5. Keep it simple, finding clarity and peace. In simplicity, we discover a profound truth, that clarity and peace are often found in the simplest aspects of life. Buddha, the great teacher, once imparted his wisdom saying, "The way is not in the sky, the way is in the heart." This lesson encourages us to embrace a life focused on what truly matters, stripping away unnecessary complexities and distractions. Imagine your life as a beautiful garden. In this garden there are many flowers, but not all of them need your attention. Some are vibrant and bring joy, while others may be wilting and draining your energy. Keeping it simple means tending to the flowers that truly nourish your soul and letting go of the ones that burden you. It's like cleaning a cluttered room. When you remove the excess, you create space for the essential things to shine. In the same way, simplifying your life allows you to prioritize your values, relationships, and inner well-being. Living simply doesn't mean a lack of ambition or settling for less. Instead, it's about discerning what truly aligns with your heart's desires and aspirations. It's about letting go of the constant need for more and instead finding contentment in the present moment. Consider the serene beauty of a clear, starry night. The vastness of the sky may seem complex, but the beauty lies in its simplicity. Each star shines with clarity, and the quietude of the night brings peace. Similarly, when we declutter our lives and focus on what truly matters, we experience a similar sense of clarity and peace within our hearts. So as you navigate life's journey, remember the wisdom of simplicity, embrace what brings you joy and peace, and let go of the unnecessary burdens that cloud your path. In simplicity, you'll discover the true essence of a meaningful and harmonious life. Principle 6. Practice humility in your life. Buddha once shared profound wisdom, saying, "A man is not called wise because he talks and talks again, but if he is peaceful, loving, and fearless, then he is in truth called wise." This lesson teaches us the value of humility, which is the quality of being modest and unassuming, despite possessing wisdom or accomplishments. Humility is not about downplaying your knowledge or achievements, but about recognizing that true wisdom goes beyond mere words and boasts. It's about embodying qualities like peace, love, and fearlessness in your actions and interactions with others. When you practice humility, you become a living example of wisdom. Imagine a wise person not because they speak eloquently or loudly, but because they radiate a sense of inner peace. They approach others with love and understanding, fostering genuine connections. They are fearless in the face of challenges, as humility allows them to see beyond their ego and embrace the interconnectedness of all beings. Humility opens the door to true understanding because it encourages active listening and a willingness to learn from others. It dissolves the barriers of arrogance and pride, creating a space for empathy and compassion to flourish. In practicing humility, you not only gain wisdom, but also become a source of inspiration and guidance for those around you. So let us remember that wisdom is not measured by the volume of our words, but by the depth of our humility. For it is through humility that we truly understand the world and share compassion with all living beings. Principle 7. Be aware of the dangers of fortune. As Buddha wisely shared, health is the greatest gift, contentment the greatest wealth, faithfulness the best relationship. These words guide us to seek fulfillment that goes beyond the accumulation of material possessions. In our pursuit of success and fortune, we often overlook the impermanence of material wealth. The cars we drive, the houses we live in, and the luxuries we enjoy are fleeting, subject to change and decay. While these comforts can bring temporary joy, they should not be the sole focus of our lives. True wealth, as Buddha suggests, lies in being content with what we have. Contentment is the ability to find peace and satisfaction in the present moment, appreciating the simple pleasures of life, a warm smile, a shared meal, a walk in nature. It is in these moments of contentment that we discover the richness of our existence. Additionally, Buddha reminds us that the most valuable treasures are found in the relationships we nurture. Faithfulness and genuine connections with others are the building blocks of a fulfilling life. In the company of loved ones, we find support, joy, and a sense of belonging that transcends material possessions. So, as we navigate the path of life, let us be aware of the dangers of becoming too attached to fortune and possessions. Instead, let us cherish our health, cultivate contentment in our hearts, and nurture faithful relationships. In doing so, we embrace a more profound and enduring form of wealth that can lead us to lasting happiness and inner peace. These teachings and the timeless wisdom encapsulated in the quotes from Buddha serve as a profound compass to navigate the complexities of life. They offer not just guidance but also deep insights into how we can lead a life filled with wisdom and inner peace, no matter the challenges we encounter. Picture yourself in the midst of chaos, people judging, situations spiraling out of control. But instead of feeling shaken, you remain calm, grounded, and unbothered. How powerful would it be to carry that sense of peace and resilience with you every single day? What if no amount of criticism or challenge could disturb your mind? Well, that power is within your reach. Today, we're diving into 10 profound Buddhist principles that can help you build an unshakable inner peace. These timeless teachings will show you how to rise above the emotional storms, eliminate the need for external validation, and live in harmony with your true self. 1. Insult and offense. Your response is your power. In Buddhism, we learn that insults or offensive comments only have the power we choose to give them. When someone says something hurtful, it's like they're handing you a gift of negativity. But here's the key. You don't have to accept that gift. Instead of reacting immediately or getting upset, take a deep breath and pause. Imagine the insult as a cloud passing by in the sky. It's there for a moment, but it doesn't stay forever, and it doesn't have to weigh you down. By choosing not to engage with the negativity, you protect your peace of mind. Remember, the way you respond is entirely in your control. And when you choose calm over conflict, the insult loses its power to affect you. Also, consider the source of the insult. Many times people project their own insecurities and frustrations onto others. What they say about you often reveals more about them than it does about you. When you internalize this, it becomes easier to detach and let the insult pass without taking it to heart. 2. View everyone as a teacher or a test. In Buddhism, everyone we encounter in life serves a purpose. They're either a teacher or a test. This means that each person brings us valuable lessons, whether positive or negative. When someone treats you with kindness, they teach you the power of compassion and generosity. On the other hand, when someone tests your patience or causes frustration, they are providing you with an opportunity to practice self-control, understanding, and forgiveness. Instead of seeing difficult people as obstacles, view them as teachers helping you strengthen your mind and character. This mindset shift allows you to remain calm and unaffected by others' actions. Rather than being upset or frustrated, you can ask yourself, what is this person teaching me? How can I grow from this situation? This approach not only helps you stay in control of your emotions, but it also turns every encounter, good or bad, into an opportunity for personal development. When you embrace this attitude, no interaction feels wasted, and nothing can truly disrupt your inner peace. 3. Transform envy into emulation. Envy is a natural feeling, but in Buddhism, it's seen as a negative emotion that can harm your peace of mind. Instead of letting envy consume you, transform it into something positive, emulation. When you feel envious of someone's success, qualities, or possessions, don't see it as something to feel bad about. Instead, use that feeling as motivation to improve yourself. Ask yourself, what is it that I admire in this person, and how can I apply those qualities to my own life? By turning envy into admiration and learning, You take control of your emotions and redirect that energy into self-growth. Instead of dwelling on what others have that you don't, focus on how you can develop those same skills, habits, or traits. This shift in mindset not only frees you from the negativity of envy, but it also makes you more proactive in your personal development. Remember, the goal isn't to compete with others, but to grow alongside them by adopting the qualities you admire. This practice turns envy into a powerful tool for self-improvement rather than a source of dissatisfaction. Every time you feel envious, you have an opportunity to learn and grow, rather than letting that feeling weigh you down. 4. Erase your desire to be liked. One of the core teachings in Buddhism is to free yourself from the need for external validation. The desire to be liked by everyone can lead to a lot of unnecessary stress and anxiety. You can't control how others feel about you, and seeking approval from others often causes you to compromise who you truly are. The more you chase after validation, the more power you give to others to dictate your sense of self-worth. Instead of trying to please everyone, focus on being true to yourself. Understand that not everyone will like or agree with you, and that's completely okay. What truly matters is how you feel about yourself. When you let go of the need to be liked, you'll experience a sense of freedom and peace. You'll start to realize that your value doesn't depend on anyone else's opinion. It comes from within. This doesn't mean you should be indifferent or unkind to others. It simply means that you don't base your self-esteem on how others perceive you. When you erase the need for approval, you become more authentic, confident, and less affected by the opinions of others. 5. Be strict with yourself but tolerant of others. Buddhism teaches the importance of holding yourself to high standards while being patient and understanding with others. Being strict with yourself means taking responsibility for your actions, thoughts, and growth. It's about setting personal goals, maintaining discipline, and striving to be the best version of yourself. However, it's equally important to recognize that not everyone will follow the same path or standards you set for yourself. When it comes to others, practice tolerance and compassion. People make mistakes, and they may not always live up to your expectations, but that's okay. Everyone is on their own journey, dealing with their own struggles. By being tolerant of others, you allow space for understanding and kindness to flourish. Instead of judging or getting frustrated with others, remind yourself that their actions often reflect their own experiences, not necessarily who they are as a person. This balance between being strict with yourself and tolerant of others helps you maintain inner peace. It allows you to stay focused on your own growth while letting go of the need to control or change others. The more patient and compassionate you are with others, the less their behavior will affect you. 6. No one can hurt you. In Buddhism, the idea that no one can hurt you is rooted in the understanding that your inner peace is entirely within your control. External events, people's actions, and harsh words only have power over you if you allow them to. No one can truly harm your inner self unless you give them permission to by reacting or internalizing their negativity. This principle teaches that your strength comes from within. You are not defined by what happens to you, but by how you respond to it. Even in difficult or painful situations, you have the power to remain calm, unshaken, and unaffected. When you understand that others' words or actions cannot reach your core unless you allow them to, you become invincible in your own mind. It's important to remember that while you can't always control what happens around you, you can control how you perceive and react to those events. This doesn't mean denying your emotions or ignoring hurtful situations, but rather acknowledging them without letting them disturb your inner peace. The moment you recognize that no one can truly harm your spirit, you free yourself from the grip of external circumstances. 7. Make peace with pain. Pain is an inevitable part of life. In Buddhism, it's understood that suffering arises not from the pain itself, but from our resistance to it. When we struggle against pain, whether it's physical discomfort, emotional heartache, or mental stress, we intensify our suffering. The key is to make peace with pain rather than trying to escape or ignore it. Making peace with pain means accepting that it is a natural part of the human experience. Everyone faces pain at some point in their lives. It's unavoidable. However, when we stop resisting pain and start seeing it as something temporary, we can begin to loosen its grip over us. Pain is not something to fear or avoid, but something to understand and navigate through with patience. Just as happiness or joy comes and goes, so does pain. The first step in making peace with pain is to acknowledge it fully. When we try to suppress or deny our pain, it often becomes even more overwhelming. By accepting pain with mindfulness, we remove the fear and anxiety that often surround it. This doesn't mean resigning yourself to suffering. Instead, it's about recognizing the presence of pain without letting it consume you. Sit with it, observe it, and allow it to pass naturally, knowing that, like all things, it is impermanent. Another important aspect of making peace with pain is understanding its role as a teacher. Pain can often show us areas in our lives where we need to grow or heal. For example, emotional pain might reveal unresolved issues, broken expectations, or the need for forgiveness. Physical pain can teach us to care for our bodies more mindfully or push us to slow down. In Buddhism, pain is not seen as a punishment, but as an opportunity for reflection and growth. By embracing pain, rather than running from it, you build resilience. You start to see that pain doesn't define you. It's simply an experience that comes and goes. The more you accept this truth, the less power pain has over you. This doesn't mean you should seek out pain or let yourself suffer unnecessarily. But when pain does arise, meet it with calmness, knowing that you have the inner strength to face it. Making peace with pain frees you from the cycle of suffering. When you stop fearing pain and start viewing it as part of life's ebb and flow, you become less affected by its presence. You find peace in knowing that, like all things, it too shall pass. 8. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful practices in Buddhism, and it holds the key to inner peace and happiness. When you practice gratitude, you shift your focus from what you lack to what you already have. This simple shift in mindset can dramatically change how you experience the world, making you less affected by external negativity or challenges. Gratitude is about recognizing the blessings in your life, both big and small, and acknowledging that even in difficult times, there is something to be thankful for. In our modern lives, it's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of more success, more possessions, more validation. This constant striving can create a sense of dissatisfaction, as you're always looking at what's missing. However, when you practice gratitude, you train your mind to see abundance instead of scarcity. You begin to appreciate the small joys in everyday life, whether it's the warmth of the sun, the sound of a friend's laughter, or simply having a meal to eat. When you focus on what's good in your life, your perspective naturally becomes more positive, and external challenges lose their ability to disrupt your peace. Gratitude also cultivates resilience. When faced with hardship, instead of falling into despair, you can find strength by focusing on what remains: your health, your relationships, or even the lessons you're learning from the difficult situation. This doesn't mean denying the reality of challenges, but rather balancing your outlook by recognizing the good that still exists. Practicing gratitude, especially in tough times, allows you to build emotional strength and keep a positive outlook no matter what comes your way. One way to deepen your practice of gratitude is through mindful reflection. At the end of each day, take a few moments to reflect on the things you're grateful for. You might write them down in a journal or simply take a mental note of them. This daily practice helps shift your mind from focusing on what went wrong to recognizing what went right, no matter how small. Over time, this rewires your brain to naturally gravitate toward positivity, making you less affected by negativity or setbacks. Gratitude also extends to relationships. In Buddhism, it's important to express gratitude not just for material things, but for the people around you. Show appreciation for the kindness of others, for the support you receive, and even for the challenges people bring into your life, as these interactions help you grow. When you cultivate gratitude in your relationships, you strengthen your connections with others, reducing feelings of resentment or bitterness. This, in turn, helps you maintain a peaceful state of mind, no matter how others behave. Gratitude can be a spiritual practice. In Buddhism, life itself is seen as a precious gift. The very fact that you are alive, breathing, and able to experience the world is something to be thankful for. When you wake up each morning with a sense of gratitude for simply being alive, it sets a positive tone for the rest of your day. It becomes harder to be rattled by small inconveniences or challenges when you're rooted in a deep appreciation for life itself. By practicing gratitude, you shift your focus away from negativity and cultivate a mindset of abundance. This not only helps you stay grounded and peaceful, but also allows you to remain unaffected by the chaos and challenges that may arise in your life. 9. The power of acceptance. One of the central teachings of Buddhism is the power of acceptance, which is key to overcoming suffering and staying unaffected by life's challenges. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up or resigning to fate. Rather, it's about acknowledging reality as it is without resisting or denying it. Most of the suffering we experience in life comes not from the events themselves, but from our refusal to accept them. We fight against what is happening, wishing things were different, and in doing so, we create inner turmoil. But when we practice acceptance, we free ourselves from this struggle and allow peace to enter our lives. At the heart of acceptance is the understanding of impermanence. Everything in life is constantly changing. Nothing stays the same forever, whether it's a joyful moment or a difficult situation. By accepting this, we stop clinging to the good times and fearing the bad. We can experience life more fully without the stress of trying to control what's beyond our power. When we accept the fact that change is a natural part of existence, we become more adaptable, more resilient, and less affected by the ups and downs that life throws our way. Acceptance also applies to situations that are painful or challenging. In times of hardship, it's natural to want to push the pain away, to resist it and hope it disappears. However, resistance only intensifies suffering. Buddhism teaches that by accepting the presence of pain or difficulty, we can begin to understand it and eventually move through it. This doesn't mean you should passively accept injustice or harm, but rather acknowledge what is happening in the present moment without adding extra layers of emotional resistance. For example, if you lose a job, resisting that reality by thinking, "This shouldn't have happened to me," or "This is unfair," only adds more suffering to the situation. Acceptance, on the other hand, says, "This is the situation, and now I can find a way forward." Another powerful aspect of acceptance is letting go of the need to control everything. As humans, we have a natural desire to shape and influence our lives, which isn't inherently bad. But when we try to control things beyond our reach, like other people's actions, the past, or the inevitable challenges of life, we set ourselves up for frustration. Acceptance teaches us to focus on what we can control, our own actions, thoughts, and responses. By releasing the need to control outcomes, we experience a profound sense of freedom. We can work toward our goals without being attached to specific results, knowing that we've done our best and that the outcome is beyond our control. This practice also helps in relationships. Accepting people as they are, without constantly wishing they would change or act differently, brings a sense of peace. Often we get upset or frustrated with others because they don't meet our expectations. But people are on their own journeys, with their own experiences shaping who they are. When you stop trying to change others and accept them as they are, it reduces conflict and brings more harmony into your relationships. It doesn't mean you tolerate harmful behavior, but you stop letting their actions affect your inner peace. Acceptance also relates to self-compassion. Many of us are our own harshest critics, constantly judging ourselves for our perceived shortcomings or mistakes. Practicing self-acceptance means recognizing that you are human, and like everyone else, you are imperfect. You'll make mistakes, face challenges, and sometimes fall short of your expectations. Instead of beating yourself up over these things, accept them as part of your growth. By being kinder to yourself, you create a foundation of inner peace that is harder for external events to shake. Acceptance plays a crucial role in managing stress and anxiety. Much of our anxiety comes from fearing the unknown or worrying about things that haven't happened yet. When you accept the uncertainty of life, you free yourself from the endless cycle of what-ifs. This doesn't mean you stop planning or preparing for the future, but you let go of the need to control every detail. You learn to trust that, no matter what happens, you have the strength and resilience to handle it. This mindset reduces anxiety and keeps you grounded in the present moment. In Buddhism, the practice of acceptance is often coupled with mindfulness. Mindfulness allows you to observe your thoughts, emotions, and experiences without judgment. When you are mindful, you can see things as they truly are, not as you wish them to be. This clarity helps you to accept life's moments without resistance or attachment. By living mindfully, you learn to accept each moment as it comes, allowing you to remain calm and balanced no matter what's happening around you. 10. Living according to nature. In Buddhism, living according to nature means aligning yourself with the natural flow of life and understanding your place in the larger universe. It's about recognizing that we are all part of a greater whole and that life unfolds according to natural laws, impermanence, interdependence, and change. When you live according to nature, you let go of the need to control everything around you and instead flow with life's natural rhythms. This mindset brings a deep sense of peace and harmony, making it harder for external events to disturb you. Living in harmony with nature means embracing simplicity. Much of modern life is filled with unnecessary complications, constant distractions, material pursuits, and societal pressures. These things can cloud your mind and pull you away from your true self. Buddhism teaches that by simplifying your life, you can strip away what is unnecessary and focus on what truly matters. This might mean reducing your attachment to material possessions or letting go of the need for constant stimulation. When you clear away the clutter, both mentally and physically, you create space for peace and clarity. Another aspect of living according to nature is accepting the principle of impermanence. Nature is always changing, and so is life. Seasons come and go, the weather shifts, and everything is in constant motion. In the same way, your life is filled with cycles of growth, loss, and renewal. When you align yourself with this truth, you stop clinging to the idea that things should always stay the same. You learn to appreciate the present moment without grasping at it or fearing its end. This acceptance of impermanence allows you to remain calm and centered, even when faced with changes or uncertainty. You begin to see that change is not something to fear, but a natural part of life's flow. Living according to nature also means honoring your own nature, who you are at your core. It's about understanding your true self, beyond the roles society places on you or the expectations of others. In a world where we are often pressured to fit certain molds, living authentically can be difficult. However, Buddhism encourages you to live in a way that is true to your values, desires, and unique nature. This requires self-awareness and the courage to follow your own path, rather than conforming to what others expect. When you live according to your own nature, you become less influenced by outside forces and more connected to your inner peace. This also includes aligning with the natural world. Buddhism teaches a deep respect for the environment and all living beings. When you live in harmony with nature, you treat the earth and all its creatures with kindness and compassion. You recognize that you are part of an interconnected web of life, and your actions have an impact on the world around you. By living mindfully and respectfully, you reduce the harm you cause and foster a sense of unity with the world. This connection to nature can bring a profound sense of peace, grounding you in something larger than yourself. Living according to nature also means embracing the present moment. Nature exists only in the present. It doesn't dwell in the past or worry about the future. Similarly, you can practice mindfulness by focusing on the here and now. Instead of getting lost in thoughts about what could have been or what might happen, you can engage fully with the current moment. This doesn't mean ignoring the future, but rather trusting that by living mindfully now, you are laying the groundwork for a better future. Mindfulness allows you to stay present, reducing anxiety about what's beyond your control, and helping you remain unaffected by external stresses. Buddhism also encourages you to adopt a mindset of non-attachment, which is deeply connected to living according to nature. In the natural world, nothing is permanent, and everything eventually returns to its source. Trees shed their leaves, rivers change course, and life continuously moves through cycles of birth, growth, and decay. Non-attachment doesn't mean detaching from life or people, but it means not clinging too tightly to outcomes, possessions, or even relationships. When you let go of attachment, you allow yourself to experience life fully without being weighed down by the fear of losing what you have. This frees you from suffering and makes you more resilient in the face of challenges. Living according to nature involves cultivating a sense of gratitude and wonder for the world around you. Nature provides us with everything we need: air to breathe, water to drink, and food to eat. Yet, in the hustle of daily life, we often take these simple gifts for granted. By practicing gratitude for the natural world, you develop a deeper appreciation for life itself. This gratitude fosters a sense of contentment, reducing the urge to always want more or to feel dissatisfied with what you have. When you see the world as a place of abundance rather than lack, you naturally become more peaceful and less affected by desires or external pressures. Living according to nature, in the Buddhist sense, means aligning with the flow of life, embracing simplicity, accepting change, and living authentically. It's about respecting the natural world, being present in the moment, and letting go of attachment. By living this way, you create a life of harmony and balance, where external circumstances have little power to disturb your inner peace. When you understand your place in the greater flow of life, you realize that true contentment comes from within, not from outside forces. These 10 Buddhist principles will help you cultivate a life of inner strength, peace, and resilience. By practicing them, you'll find that nothing can shake your core, no matter what comes your way. If you're ready to be unshakable, start incorporating these principles today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more wisdom on living your best life.